先日開催されたドジャーフェストで、ムーキー・ベッツ選手が愛足カジャ君を抱き、日本文化や味覚に初めて触れた特別な体験を語り、ファンを和ませました。一方、大谷翔平選手について、デーブ・ロバーツ監督が、復帰への期待と慎重な姿勢をにじませるコメントを残しました。本日は5月の登板に向けた大谷選手の準備の様子と、ファンに届けたい思いの裏側を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Well, Mookie, it's been a very exciting 2024. Now you guys are coming off of being the World Series champions, getting ready for 2025. This team has made so many moves. Just what have the last few months been like for you personally?
Man, it's been crazy. Seeing all that's going on. It's a great time to be a Dodger.
When you think about just kind of preparing yourself for this year, the team has made it very clear that you'll be staying in the infield. You've been taking a lot of reps at shortstop. How has that just been for you, and what has it been like now having not only the full season, the in-game experience at this level, now this off-season to continue to finesse your craft?
I think it's been going really good. I think it's going really, really well. I've been putting my hand down and working. We'll see how it goes when the game starts.
I feel like you're in a better position just to handle shortstop, having spent the entire offseason working and supposed to be kind of thrown on there. Complete school opening day last week.
Yeah. Getting to work that definitely helped, and getting to go mess up, and whatnot. So that definitely helped. So like I said, we'll see how it goes.
Last year you were moved there out of necessity. It seemed like this winter you really want to play short. What sort of is motivating that decision in your mind?
No, I don't think that was necessarily a thing. I think, that was just me talking with the guys and seeing what's best. I feel like an asset of mine is to be able to play anywhere that the team needs, and just may have been something that we needed. So I'm here to step in, but it doesn't matter what position it was.
What are the biggest strides for you short to that short?
Just everything, the whole thing. I think I feel like I'm just a completely new person over there, but we'll see.
Mookie, how was your trip to Japan?
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome. It's really neat to see the culture and taste all the food and really just experience what it's like to I wasn't Shohei by any means, but to experience kind of what it's like to walk around the streets and everyone kind of know you. So I can only imagine being those guys. But it was just an amazing experience.
Mookie, what was your most memorable moment this offseason being recognized as a World Series champion?
I don't know, man. I would say probably the parade. The parade was definitely a special time, man. That was something that was long overdue, and getting here and experiencing it definitely makes me want to do it more.
Like you said last year, you wanted to win the Gold Glove at second base. Literally the gold standard out in right field. There's only been one other player to win infield, outfield, Gold Glove. Is that the mindset for shortstop to win a Gold Glove?
Yeah, every time I put my glove on, it's my mindset is to make it gold, and so it doesn't matter where it is. That's what I'm going after.
And then last year, you said that every game was going to be the other team's World Series. There's kind of this narrative out there that you guys roster the super team is bad for baseball. Just kind of what's your reaction to that narrative?
It is what it is. I mean, what are we supposed to do? I mean, we're going to win, and as a player, I mean, of course we want all the best players, and so, I mean, when it comes to that stuff with baseball, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just put my uniform on and play.
Looks like you had the demo with the OPU.
He was just shy, he was just being himself, he's just a shy guy that doesn't talk a whole lot, but he had Shohei there with him, and Shohei talked to him a lot, really everyone talked to him. I think he felt love from everyone, and it didn't matter if you were a player, a coach, or a staff member. I think he really felt that, and that's why I think he chose it. No, yeah. I mean, everyone spoke with him, but since then I haven't gotten to speak with him.
Obviously, you guys talked a lot about like the team culture at the end of last year. Like even in something like Rocky's free agency, with how many players were involved in that. Like, is that another example of guys here wanting to try to make the organization better and bring more players here?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think that's what it is. You come here, you establish. You put guys like myself, Freddie, Miggy Rowe, Jay Hay was a huge part of this. I mean, you put us all. I mean, there's other guys, Kike, that are really big in culture, and we love each other. And I think it just is infectious. I think it goes, even in the front office, those guys love each other, and everyone has the same mentality, that's to win. And so I can call my coach I can call Woody at 9 o'clock on Sunday night and ask him for ground balls, and he's going to be there to take ground balls. And you can, I don't know, but you may not be able to say that about everyone. And so I think things like that is why it's beautiful to be a Dodger, and it's why I think Roky decided to sign with us.
How much does Woodward help you this winter so far?
A lot. We talk pretty much every day, every other day, and so it's been good. It's been good, but like I said, we'll see when games start.
You guys have to find a field here to work out with the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just go to random fields. It doesn't really matter as long as it has grass and dirt. That's all that matters. I got to make sure I catch it and throw it over first.
How excited are you for Chris just now being the first base coach with this team?
I think it's awesome. He's been manager. He's been, a special assistant. He's been everything. And so, it's really neat to see when Woody locks in on something and goes after something that he really loves. And he's so passionate. And so I think it rubs off on us so much. And I think, we'll see how it translates. But I'm really excited for him to be our coach.
Last one.
If you have to pick one player from other teams, who would be the toughest to face, let's say, this year, next season?
Man, there's so many. We'll say, I don't know, like Paul Skeens. Yeah, there you go, Paul Skeens. We'll say Paul.
Well, Dave, what an offseason it's been for this team. How excited are you to bring this group of guys, so much talent, so much just great charismatic energy together for this new season?
I'm thrilled. Obviously, we all had our wish list, and you never know how an offseason is going to go. But I think that we, on the players front, I think we accomplished everything we wanted to. We kept the guys we felt were core pieces that we needed to make a go at this back-to-back. And the hard part, the fun part, is how and who do you infuse into a ball club, and certainly raising the talent for which we did, and also guys that haven't won championships, that hunger that they want what we have. And so when you're talking about Tanner Scott, Blake Snell, Conforto, Kirby Yates, all these guys, they won a championship, and they chose to come to the Dodgers for that reason. So I think we did a great job.
You have a week until the guys are going to report to spring training. What are you looking forward to seeing, whether it's from some of the newer guys and kind of getting eyes on them? How are you approaching this year, and is there anything that's kind of just drawing your attention this early?
Well, Mookie's going to be down there really early. I think some guys are going to head down to spring training early. Ha-Sung Kim, we see him here. He's going to be in front of you guys shortly, and he looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks. Blake looks great. Blake Snell looks great. All these guys look fantastic. Tanner Scott. So I'm just looking forward to kind of getting all of our guys here together and trying to build this chemistry. But guys are excited, and certainly with modern day baseball now, a lot of these players already know each other. And like I said last year, when you get Teoscar Hernandez or Shohei Ohtani that choose to be Dodgers, you've already got built-in equity and buy-in. And so I think that you can see that with each one of our acquisitions this year is the same case.
I hope still for Shohei be purchased sometime in May.
I think that's about right. Yeah. I mean, I think that the first thing is, and it might be earlier, but I think that the first thing I said, earlier this off season was it wasn't going to be in the Japan series. So he's not going to be pitching there. But once he gets to spring training and we see where the throwing program is, I think we'll just go from there.
I know with labrum surgery, a lot of times it kind of feels like it gets tight after that. Otani himself talked about kind of having to increase his range of motion. How much do you think that's going to affect him, if at all? I mean, are you expecting the same guy to be out there? He's coming off two major things, right, with the elbow and the shoulder.
I really don't think that, yes, there's some tightness, potentially, as he said, with his shoulder, with the labrum. But because it's the back shoulder, a harder thing for hitters when they have a shoulder surgery is that front shoulder, that lead shoulder. And so for Shohei batting left-handed, it being his back shoulder is less of a concern. He's worked really hard, looks really strong, and the throwing program hasn't wavered, so I think he's on track with that. And I think swinging of the bat, I saw some videos recently, and you just wouldn't think that there was any surgery this past winter.
Have you guys measured the exit deal on that at all?
I was talking to our heating guys, and it's still right in line, north of 100. So it's off the tee. It's still north of any player that we have right now.
And you think throwing, you still got 100 in that arm?
I do. And when he decides to use it, I don't know what he's going to sit or average, all that stuff. But the most important thing is that he's getting to the point of being 100% healthy, and then everything else take care of itself.
After a number of off seasons where I think, right, different people in town have different opinions about you, is it weird to have everybody like you?
Thanks, Dylan. It's always nice to be liked, isn't it? I just think that, obviously when you have results, which we've had, I think that people start to understand the method to my madness, the organization's madness, and things start to make sense. When you're in it, and until you see success, and then you can kind of look back and go, oh, I get it now. And I think that that's kind of where I'd like to think everyone is at. Some people will never get there, and that's okay. But yeah, so it's good to be like Dylan.
What was a memorable moment that happened this offseason in which you were honored or recognized as a World Series champion?
There were many. I think this year, certainly more than 2020, I got to enjoy the fruits, the flowers of being a champion. Whether I went to Tokyo, to Okinawa, out about in Los Angeles, talking to the players. I just felt that you just feel that love and appreciation from baseball and Dodger fans in particular, where after 2020, you just felt like you were hunkered down in your home and thinking about the next season. So this year, and I encourage our players to do the same thing, because it's really hard to do. And I think we finally put a bow with the parade and everything with our fans, and we enjoyed the heck out of it. But a week here, we got to go back to work.
Skip, with all the attention on the outside here with the media and the massive crowds inside today, what does that tell you about the expectations of your club this year?
Well, the expectations, Jim, haven't changed. Everyone is expecting us to repeat, to win a championship. That wasn't different from last year. I think the thing that what you notice today, and I think that all off season, was just pure excitement, anticipation. I said this just earlier, is Los Angeles is becoming the epicenter for sports in the world. And I think that that's what our ownership group, front office, that was our goal. And You know, whether you're in South America, Latin America, south of the border, north of the border, up in Canada, you're in certainly in Asia, anywhere in Asia, you're talking about the Dodgers. And so coming here today, it took me like an hour to get you know, through the parking lot, but that's a good thing. That's because people are excited about the upcoming season.
People in other towns are mad though.
What's that?
People in other towns are mad. What do you make of this? You know, you guys are bad for baseball, and you're going to be the face of the evil empire.
You know, I think you got to embrace it. I think that who wouldn't want to be, you know, the focus and do what our organization is doing for the city, the fans, and to be quite frank, we draw more than anyone as far as any sports, any venue in the world. And so when you're drawing 4 million fans a year, the way you reciprocate is by investing in players, and that's what we've done.
Dave, how was your visit?
Well, what kind of reports have you gotten this offseason with Mookie's work at shortstop, and kind of how much more confident do you guys feel with him having a whole offseason to kind of keep getting acclimated there?
Feel great. Like I said, I don't know, I said earlier, is Mookie's going to be down there, I think, this week to Arizona. He's worked so hard on the defensive side, on the infield side, the shortstop in particular. I feel very good where Mookie's at. Certainly much more comfortable and confident than I did last spring, where we sort of thrusted on him. And so yeah, I mean, I feel really good where he's at, the time he's put in, and where we're at defensively.
Last question.
Dave,
all the adversity that you guys had last year, what did you learn the most as a manager?
I learned that, what did I learn most? You know, you look back in June, July, and the slew of injuries, specifically to the pitching staff that we had, and the key positions, for guys to step up, the veteran guys to welcome these young guys into this crazy talented environment and clubhouse, that, you know, if we just continue to kind of stick together, keep moving forward, because it was looking pretty bleak there in that Braves series after we lost the first 2 games. But I think from that point we sort of ascended and caught fire. But there's a lot of talent, and we just kind of stuck together and did something really special. And now we're sort of talking about legacy territory. So that's what we're focused on right now.
Was it your biggest challenge as a manager, do you think, in your career?
I think so. Last year certainly, you look back, it was my most satisfying season, but it was probably the most challenging. But we got through it.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、コメントをお願いいたします。